At this point in the workshop build, I felt like I was at a good place to take a break from painting the mural. Every time I add a layer, I think I'm going to ruin it, and then so far, every time I add a layer, it gets a little better and a little better. In the meantime, however, it's starting to get a little gray, and it is predicted to rain sometime this afternoon, so I'm going to put the painting aside for a minute and tend to something I've been meaning to do ever since these panels have gone up that enclose the battery compartment. I had to take the saw out, take the panel off the back so I can access the batteries to put a charger on it. We've had some gray days and my panels are under the trees. The sun has moved to a new position now that it's summer, so that I'm getting a lot more shade than I was in the winter months. So what I had to do is put a charger on them plugged into household 110. And yeah, it's almost back up. It didn't take much, but I'm thinking that every once in a while I may want to hook a charger up like I did today, and or I might want to take something like a fan, one of these devices here, or any number of things that I have that run on 12 volts and hook it to a battery. I do have some little batteries. I've got two that are inside the travel trailer right now, but if I were working on the desktop, which wouldn't be a mess hopefully, and I wanted to plug in my 12 volt device, I'm thinking that an easy way to do that would be to have a little remote pin. That's what this would be. Take the cap off, you'll have a little brass place to put an attachment, and this way, if this is say mounted here, I'll just be able to twist the caps off and put my device on that and have some place to either remotely charge the battery bank or access the battery bank with alligator clips or whatever. So I ordered through Amazon these remote little terminal blocks, or whatever they're called. I've got two that are red and black here. I've got another two here that'll give me access to this battery bank. Actually, first I might put you guys into the air conditioning. What do you think? It's starting to get a little warm in here. Yeah? I'll be right back. It's nice out here. What are you complaining about? I gotta go in there and breathe on me. Come on, kids. Get your little AC. Now this is where what should be a simple install becomes a real pain in the butt, because I can't hold the terminal up against the wood on the front side while I secure it with a nut on the back side. I don't know if I'll be able to reach. I can't. Son of a bitch. Yeah, this is gonna suck. It's gonna fall. How am I gonna do that? Well, why not just try it? Maybe it'll stay put. Your ass. Should have known better. I gotta tape that, I guess. I gotta tape the inside to the wall. You know what I mean? So it doesn't pop out when I try to put the damn nut on it. Might do it. My slippery fingers. Grab. You suck. See, that wasn't so bad, was it? I like it. Alright, one more. After I taped the second terminal in place, I had my connections finished. And a very simple install made it so that I wouldn't have to do this every time I wanted to get to the batteries. Turn off that fan for a second so you can hear me. Charger.
Plug it in. Power outside. There you go.
Now, instead of having to go down below to the battery bank, I should just be able to hook it right there and there. Now we're charging the battery bank. No reason to have to take that panel off. That's pretty neat. Now I can turn my fan back on. And I can sit here and monitor everything. Workshop's coming along. Next up on the workshop build was going to be to put some skins on the workbench. That's the cabinets below the workbench. And here you can see some thicker plywood that I was going to use for drawer fronts. But before I did any of that, I was going to have to build out the framework for the drawers first. After making sure that I was nice and caffeinated, I took out the tools that I knew I would need, including the miter saw and the table saw. First up, I was going to rip down some 2x4s because the lumber that I needed did not need to be as stout as a full 2x4. As a matter of fact, I was able to rip these down into about at least 4 lengths per 2x4. This would reduce weight, and again, I did not need that much strength for the individual drawers. The first drawers that I was going to build were going to be above the Plano box holder that I had already made, so it had to be in place in order for me to get some accurate measurements. That was the back bottom of the drawer frames that I'm making, and here I'm making the front part of that bottom frame. Now to separate that area into 3 distinct spaces, I need these little blocks here. Although I've made drawers like this before in the past, it had been such a long time that this kind of felt like I was winging it, remembering things as I went along that I had done before. Fortunately, I had enough screws to do the job and barely enough glue. You can do it. Next up, I'm going to make some slides in the middle that'll guide the drawers in and out. Back when I left New York, there was a workbench in my grandfather's house that was built with slides just like this, and it had to be about 100 years old. I can only hope that mine will be only a fraction as good as those were. Okay, that's my marks. Let's hope for the best, shall we? Each individual one will be a little bit weak, but all together they will be strong. Alright, that's solid. The only weak spot is in the back here where I have a little bit of play, but I can eliminate that by just jacking this piece in there like that. Put a couple of screws. I can still access the wires if I need to. I can get back here to that black box. That's nice. I'll slide back the Plano box holder, and then we can get to work on making some drawers. That's good. I like it. Nice. Dirty. What? What? Did you fall down? Yeah, she's starting to tell me like, hey Dad, you know, the day's getting long. I know it is. It's not nearly time enough. 1:17, come on. She doesn't eat until 3, but about this time she'll start to be like, hey Dad, what's up, what's up? And I still have an awful lot of stuff to clean up and organize and put away. So I think I'm gonna put the drawers off until another time because they can be kind of meticulous to make. Fun and rewarding for sure. And I can't wait, believe me, to start storing my stuff. I'm thinking wrenches, pliers, screwdrivers. I'm gonna have another one there for sewing equipment and cutting tools. Man, I'm really looking forward to seeing all this put together. However, there's still some more framing to do for the other drawers, and you guys already seen me do this. So I think what I'll do is I'll end the day, I'll turn the camera off, I'll put it away, and I'll get these supports done, and I'll be right back when we're ready to do some drawers. I hear ya. All right, I'll give you some food in a second. Calm down.